All right, as mentioned earlier in another video, going to do part 2 tubeless installation attempt on the HED wheels. I'm going to use my wheel from my previous video, the Conti GP5k tubeless. I'm going to install everything basically over to this wheel. So we'll give it a shot. Let's do it. All right, so pretty much I transferred the stands valve over. I'm gonna kind of show the width of the wheel. It's an old school wheel, so I haven't measured it. It's maybe 19 millimeters, probably inner depth, 17 and 19 at most. I'm gonna swap on the tire now. All right, so my attempt to install tubeless, in order to get the valve in, because the tire is inner width is not as wide, what I did was I did not fully install the valve yet, so that way the bead can bypass the valve and seat within the rim. And as you can see, it's still loose, so I'm gonna continue with this side. Gonna tuck it in and then round it up and tighten up the valve before I air it up. All right, so pretty much I'm gonna rely on the air tank in my first attempt, because my pump that I always use doesn't fit, so I gotta use the Schrader valve adapter and put it in and see if it works out. All right, so put up here, 12 o'clock setting. Get this in properly. I also topped it off already, so that's all I do down here. I don't want it to be down here, but it looks like I have no choice. So I get a little better leverage on the pump. So that hissing sound is from the leaky air pump right here. It's not from the tubeless. So I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit and then continue on with the video. And if it's a success, I'll let you know at the end. All right, so working on the rear. Since the first one hasn't leaked out any air or anything like that. And by the way, I'm just using these regular part tool tire levers, and I'm going to top it off again after I pop it out, swap it over. All right, so I'll show what I was maybe trying to explain earlier, how I left the valve I left it pretty much loose so I can seat the bead around this the rubber boot of the valve. And pretty much, yeah, I was able to lift it, put the front, whichever side you're looking from the front and the back. I was able to put the bead on, and then I just place it back down. Of course it's loose, so then now is the time when I'm going to tighten it up. So in order to get that nice firm tightness, especially in this kind of tight area right here, I'm going to use a basic needle nose plier and just basically thread it on until it's tight enough. All right, so I unplugged it this time, so that way you can't hear that hissing sound. And I just aired it up real quick. It seems to be holding pressure. Just spilled a little bit because I had to basically pump it from down here, so all the fluid is kind of down there. So other than that, it's going to be going for a test ride and see how it turns out and update in the video. As far as I can assume is that it's going to be another successful tubeless install. And that should be it. Before I forget, I just wanted to kind of say it out loud by saying that, this is my own kind of work that I do. customizing things or hacking, taking shortcuts. Could be good, could be bad. Overall, you know, the things that I'm doing here is just for my own use. I don't recommend doing it to other people's bikes. And just to kind of show that it is possible as well, in case people do say it is impossible to do something like this. So yeah, like I said, these videos are just kind of to highlight what can be done. And I'm pretty excited as well to kind of get this matter resolved. It's been running in the back of my head for a while, so as from the day I got these wheels. And yeah, tubeless install, it's possible. So